Sam Rosen and Gil Clancy ringside here at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York, where we are set for more boxing action. So let's go back to Ward Todd for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is in the junior lightweight division. 4 rounds of boxing. Introducing first, the referee is Wayne Kelly. And now here are the principals in the blue corner, wearing the blue and white trunks, weighing 131 pounds. Looking for his first professional win out of the Queens, New York. Here is Antonio Gonzalez. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white and red trunks, weighing 133 pounds, making his professional debut from Brooklyn, New York. This is Eddie Bermudez. 4 rounds.
Eddie Bermudez is 18 years old, from Brooklyn. He has been boxing for 6 years, was 56-5 as an amateur, and lost in the finals of the New York Golden Gloves in 1989 to Noel Rodriguez. Across the way is Antonio Gonzalez, 24 years old, 0-3 thus far as a pro. Turned pro in 1988. Has had some problems getting fights, and is a southpaw. May give Bermudez a little problem.
Sam, here's a kid, Bermudez, making his professional debut. How could a manager be cruel enough to put him in with a southpaw in his first fight? Number one, you can't look good with those guys, especially if they're cute southpaws.
Gonzalez's last fight was 6 months ago at Gleason's Arena. Lost a 4-round decision to Ralph Mann. Good jab by Gonzalez. Bermudez
manager Mike Capriano managed a lot of great fighters, including Jake LaMotta. Now you may ask, how old is Mike Capriano?
How old is Mike Capriano?
There you go. I tell you, I think Marty Cohn has him beat. And Marty Cohn is 92. But you have to give Mike Capriano credit. He still goes to the gym. He still works with the fighters, and he comes up with good ones every once in a while.
Bermudez has started to pick off that jab a little bit. Good flurry by Bermudez. He keeps punching away.
Good solid body shot, Sam. There's a kid in his pro debut. He's not headhunting, which most of them do. There it is, back to the body again with that left hook.
Good right hand got in by Bermudez, and again Gonzalez ties him up. Bermudez has shown us some pretty good moves.
Getting back to Mike Capriano again. Another one of his fighters was my ex-partner, Howard Albert. Boxed for Mike Capriano. It's right after World War II.
How we mentioned that this morning. Those jabs coming up a little short by Gonzalez. And again, Bermudez moving in and banging to the body.
I like that triple jab of Bermudez. Moved himself into punching position.
Wayne Kelly is the referee for this fight. And again, series of punches by Bermudez, throwing combinations. Straight left caught Bermudez. As we come to the end of round 1. Our next fight night will come your way from Las Vegas. 2 nights before the big heavyweight championship bout will be in Las Vegas. Lightning Lonnie Smith, the former junior welterweight champion, Tom Boom Boom Johnson, and a very good-looking middleweight prospect, Lamar Parks, 10-0 with 9 knockouts. Now, October the 30th at the Pines, it's not Aaron Davis against Glenwood Brown.
I wish it was.
The Pines, but they'll be on the card. They'll be on the card. Maybe we could have a street championship winner take all. We'll take up a collection, and whoever wins the pot wins the money and wins the New York championship.
Well, I think we'd have to talk to Billy Giles and Jim Fennell to see if they'd go for that one.
I doubt they would. A couple of good cards coming your way in October. October 23rd and October 30th. Hope you'll join us right here on Madison Square Garden Network for Fight Nights. Looking forward to seeing Lonnie Smith, who had some bad times for a while after winning the championship and is coming back and looking pretty good.
Sam, he looked very, very good in his last fight in Las Vegas. Scored an upset knockout.
And they're talking about Lamar Parks in very high terms. 10-0 with 9 knockouts. Up and coming middleweight. Right here, Eddie Bermudez in the white trunks. Antonio Gonzalez in the blue. This is round 2 scheduled for 4.
I like the way Bermudez throws those body shots. Just doesn't seem to be confused by this southpaw. Knows enough to go to the body.
And for just 18 years old, looking pretty calm and cool and doing a good job in there.
Well, that's all that Golden Glove experience, Sam. Nothing like the Golden Gloves. It's a great tournament. These kids learn a lot when they go in there. Look at those body shots.
Boy, and he's really ripping those shots. Took a jab and got in 3 shots of his own.
And you see the way those body shots set up that straight right hand to the chin.
That's a push. No knockdown.
And referee Wayne Kelly right on top of it. Sam, we've seen some good officiating tonight.
Very good.
And you know, every once in a while, if you can get a bad referee, he can ruin a fight, Sam. You've seen these guys, they want to be in the spotlight. They're constantly warning the fighters. They don't let them fight.
One thing about your chauffeur today, the chairman of the New York State Athletic Commission who drove you up here.
Yes, sir.
Randy Gordon. He's done an excellent job in screening his officials and in trying to improve the quality of his officials.
And you can see the improvement. You can see it every day. I'd like him to work a little more on his driving.
Oh,
Sam.
okay. Did you get lost again?
Every time, Sam. The only thing I don't like is when he stays in that right lane and gets stuck behind a parked car. I have to tell him there's nobody in the car. It's a little embarrassing.
Randy's limo service. Right here, Bermudez throwing that straight right hand, mixing in some good body attack. And those body shots have slowed down Gonzalez. Round 3 scheduled for 4. Junior lightweights, Eddie Bermudez in the white from Brooklyn, New York. Antonio Gonzalez in the blue from Queens, New York. I've given Bermudez the first 2 rounds.
I have too, Sam. He's landed the more solid punches, and the big difference, of course, has been his body attack.
Nice moves by Bermudez. Went through the ropes. Bermudez making his pro debut and looking very good. For Gonzalez, this is 4th pro bout. He's had problems getting fights and right now struggling for a win. He's 0-3.
I like the way he reaches down. You know, some fighters are content to let the other guy tie them up, but not this kid who drops those hands and bangs away to that body every chance he gets.
And for the most part, most of the time, he's worked his way in. Occasionally, he'll throw a long-reaching punch, but most of the time, he's worked his way inside.
Yes, he has. He throws that, he flicks that jab out 2 or 3 times, moves his head, gets inside.
Caught with a straight left by Gonzalez that time. Straight right hand scoring for Bermudez.
There's that triple jab again, Sam. Moves his way right in behind that jab.
Joined us late. Segundo Mercado defeated previously unbeaten Adam Garland, winning a majority decision. Two judges scoring it one-sided for Mercado, 97-93, 98-92. One judge scoring it even. And Tracy Patterson scoring a fifth-round TKO over Julio Blanco in our featured events tonight. Here, Eddie Bermudez, just 18 years old, has done a good job in the first 3 rounds of his pro debut. Fourth and final round, Eddie Bermudez in the white, Antonio Gonzalez in the blue. Is a little off balance.
Well, he's over anxious, Sam. Pro debut. He wants to make a good beginning to his career. Oh, hit with a good right hook.
Yeah, nice combinations by Gonzalez.
Right. Keep him up. Right. Go. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
What you said was right on the money. What you said earlier, Gil, was right on the money, and that Bermudez has not been confused at all by the southpaw. He's handled it very well.
Just focuses on that body and bangs away down there. Moves in behind that little flicking jab every once in a while, throws a right hand, and it's worked.
Wild left hand by Gonzalez. Takes a deep breath. He's tired. And Bermudez all over him again. And he's still banging the body.
Well, that was Jake LaMotta's forte, and I guess some of it's rubbed off on this kid through Mike Capriano. The Bronx Bull.
You know, some of the old school still works.
You know, so many fighters, Sam, if they just realize that no matter how much a guy moves his head, the body doesn't move. I mean, I've seen guys confused all night by fighters with head movement. And meanwhile, all they have to do is go to the body to get the range. But they just, somehow or other, they're headhunters. They won't do it.
I think in that Mercado-Garland fight, that was something that Adam Garland needed to do.
That's right.
Didn't do it all.
And he was told in his corner, go to the body, but he just did not do it.
Gonzalez holding on.
Look, guys, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Both these guys are holding. Keep it clean.
There's Wayne Kelly doing an excellent job again. See, you don't see Kelly in the picture that often. That's because he's moving around all the time.
And both fighters now wearing down. Gonzalez fighting his first fight in 6 months, just winging away. Bermudez in his pro debut. This is the first time he's ever had to go into a 4th round. And Gonzalez just hanging on. Final seconds of the fight. And that's it. We'll await the decision. Again, remind you our next fight night comes your way October the 23rd from Las Vegas. Lightning Lonnie Smith, former junior welterweight champion, on the card. Tom Boom Boom Johnson on the card. And Lamar Parks, unbeaten middleweight, 10-0 with 9 knockouts. And October the 30th will be at the Pines Hotel And on the card, two fine welterweights, champion Aaron Davis and top contender Glenwood Brown. They will not be opposing each other. They will headline the card. Hope you'll join us for both those fight nights, October 23rd and October 30th. Right here we have the decision, and Ward Todd, getting his microphone, will announce it to us.
Gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Barbara Perez scores the fight 40-36. Judge Harold Letterman scores the fight 40-36. And Judge George Colon scores the fight 40-36 for Bermudez. Bermudez the winner.
A successful debut for Eddie Bermudez, just 18 years old. Nice showing and shows good promise.
Certainly was. An 18-year-old kid, knows how to punch to the body, stays calm.
Okay, that wraps it up on a night when